We're here blogging today, an old attraction that I grew up going to as a kid. This is the Space Farms Zoo and Museum in Sussex County, New Jersey. There's a couple old mechanical rides, and this is a old attraction, like I said, Sussex County, New Jersey, called Space Farms. And I decided to look at, we got a little wolf over there and a bear, a couple bears floating around. I decided to do this today just because I've been going crazy with the pandemic and whatever else. We got an aggressive rooster over here, so I figured I'd share it on something different. May not happen again. Kind of like the drive-through safari, I guess, Six Flags used to have, or whatever. They, are just trying to stay open like any other small business. And I'll repeat myself. Came here a million times, probably as a child, and bringing, other kids in the family as we grew up. And I used to do some hiking and stuff in this area too, up in Stoke State Forest, which I'm probably going to go drive through after this. But anyhow, it might not be the most exciting video we've ever seen, but we are here at Space Farms. And say hello to Mr. Rooster here. Hi, Mr. Rooster. How you doing? He's coming right up to visit. Maybe he likes... What band do you like? Do you like some of the stickers on the side of the car? He's checking out the albums. I don't know if he's got a favorite, We got a white fox over in there, I believe. It's the Syrian grizzly bear and foxes. Wild foxes follow bears to scavenge the leftover food. And I smell a skunk. The pond is over here to the right. A lot of people remember the Catskill Game Farm up in Catskill, New York, and another old school attraction that's long gone by the wayside. I can imagine them doing a drive-through right now if they were still open also. I believe next weekend you're allowed to actually go to the zoo and walk around, which between me and you thinks, I don't know how that could be too much of a problem right now. It's no different than really walking in the park, as long as you're socially distanced from someone for a few feet. I don't see why any outdoor behavior should be too bad in this pandemic right now situation. I mean, you got to be safe, but to the point that being outside and getting some fresh air and walking around a zoo or a park, I would say, would be kind of safe. It's like we got a lion up here in a rather older cage situation. I guess he's got a big area to go around there, though. He's taking an afternoon siesta. There's an ostrich over here, a couple of ostriches, or emus, I believe. Folks up here are feeding some deer. I guess you just toss it up over the fence. We got one little guy over on this side. I don't know if he's got the fast track or not. Looks like that side's got the fast track for getting some morsels. I have not been here in, I'm gonna say, probably 20 years. I'd say back in the 80s. It's the last time I ventured to the zoo. Been to some of the other zoos, Disney's Animal Kingdom and stuff like that, but I have not been to Space Farms. And here's a Herd of deer. Looking quite hungry. I believe that the zoo used to go off into that field years ago, and I could be wrong. Could have been bigger years ago. Hey, look, I'm gonna chuck some corn in there to these guys. Woohoo! They like corn. It says on here that they destroy any area they're in. They actually pull the grass out by the roots, so that's probably why it's mostly dirt here. These guys don't mess around when they're eating up the grass. They're gonna follow the Rock Fantasy Mobile right along. Right along. You guys want some more corn? You know there's some more corn in here, right? I'm having a parade here. A parade of deer. I guess it's time to give them another handful. There's another young guy here. There you go, guys. A lot of work getting a little bit of corn. I prefer the corn on the cob if I were you guys, but we got some more deer over to the right side. I feel bad for this guy. He's chucking along here. There you go. It kind of reminds me of the old Catskill Game Farm right now. It's got that same familiar fragrance. We got a little stream down here to get a little water. Got a little baby down here with mama. I've been trying to do some blogs. I did Magic Forest last summer. Did Lake George, House of Frankenstein, and hey, I gotta do something, I guess. Now I'm doing a drive-through safari. Maybe things work out, I can go down and hit, I think Six Flags has opened their drive-through safari. So maybe I'll take the ride down there one day soon. And hopefully some other things open. I'd like to go to Dynarore Park back up by Magic Forest if that opens up this summer. And a couple other things like that. I don't know. Give me some ideas. You want me to go blog some stuff? Maybe I can go to a boardwalk or something, walk around. Caution, animals may bite. This is a Japanese Sika deer. They're from Japan and Korea. Their enemies are bear, wolves, and large wild cats. Bucks are bold or savage during mating season. And we got some ducks down here. And I do believe, yes, you used to go over that way, but what do we got? We're going to the left. We got a llama over there. We've got some sheep over here. I know this is very exciting. Usually I'm filming like a metal concert or something, but I figured I'd share this experience with everyone, as it's kind of once in a lifetime. A zoo that's been here since I don't know when turned into a drive-through zoo. In beautiful Sussex County, New Jersey, right near the Sussex County Fairgrounds, and the Sussex County Fair, unfortunately, has been canceled for this summer. As we deal with crappy 2020. Who knew 2020 was going to be this much fun? I certainly didn't predict it. There's a timber wolf over here somewhere. I don't know if he's still around or not. He could be retired. Doesn't look like there's anybody living in there anymore. We got the trusty old map so we don't get lost. Tells you where all the animals live, and I guess not how you can get through this park. There's quite a few people here doing the zoo. It's a beautiful June Sunday afternoon. We got some deer left over from the other side. Yeah, I threw him some corn. I believe this one must be a pretty good animal in here. He's got guardrails keeping him in, so I believe maybe we can see on the map what this is. It looks like it's the yak. The yak is over there somewhere. Yak, elk, pigs, Himalayan bears. Hyenas are actually living here too. Gray fox and buffalo. Badgers, bobcats, serval, lemurs, white-tailed deer, Kodiak bears, prairie dogs. They're all here at the Space Farm Zoo and Museum. 100-acre complex. From the drive-through zoo. Well, here we are. There's some bears up on the hill. We got some African leopards. This place has definitely not changed much since I've been here as a kid. Wow. And I don't know what's in there. There's a jaguar over in here. And we are at a standstill traffic jam right now. Not sure why, but we've been sitting in the same spot for about 5 minutes. But there's a leopard over here. And we are actually moving a little bit. There's an African leopard. I believe there's 2 in there, taking their afternoon siesta. And there's a mountain lion in here somewhere. He must be sleeping. Here we have the rarely spotted in the wild raccoon. I don't know if anyone's ever seen a raccoon before, but yes, the raccoon is exhibited here. There's a tiger over there. Maybe he's a little more odd to see in Sussex County, New Jersey, but I have raccoons in my backyard in Middletown, New York. So, but there's a couple raccoons curled up sleeping here. They're not eating the corn people are throwing in, they're just sleeping. They eat insects, birds, eggs, small rodents, fish, fruit, and vegetables. It has very few enemies because of its ferocity. And we are moving along on a rolling hill here, but traffic is jammed up. And there's a Bengal tiger who was just walking around, but now I think he's laying down, taking a little rest. You can see Stoke State Forest up on the hill. Sunrise Mountain is a place that I used to go. I actually camped at. I can't quite make out the pavilion from here, but I know up at the pavilion at Sunrise Mountain, you can see the zoo from up there. We used to go up there and hang out quite a bit in my teenage years. Get up in the woods and hang out, drink some beers, and do a little hiking, and just have a get away. And I've been longing to do that since this went on, because I need to get out of Middletown, and I need to get off the media, and I need to get off of Facebook. And I actually deleted Facebook from my phone today because I am just beside myself with the arguing and the fighting that social media platform has become, with no one allowed to do anything but talk about their political stance. But anyhow, political stance, racial stance, whatever else that can stir up a day in the spring of 2020. And here we are, and there's the emu, and something coming up on the left, on the right, rather. We've got something that used to be here, but it's no longer there. It says there's a monkey in here, but I don't see any trace of a monkey. At least he's not hungry. He must be sleeping. The old playground with Mr. Turtle over here. And what we got going on here, I'm not quite sure. But it is a traffic jam. It's been probably, I'm going to say 15 minutes to go about 20 feet. Not that I'm in a rush, but maybe there's some animal feeding or something going on up here. They have a museum here that has a ton of old cars in it. Like really vintage cars, motorcycles, everything else. I'm sure that's not open today due to the COVID. Of course, the playground sits empty. Very unique turtle attraction here. Because you climb up and down over the turtle. It's a very skinny turtle. So. Well, anyhow, we're moving this away. Looks like we got some peacocks in this cage. What I see is peacocks, anyhow. It's a beautiful day. I think I'm going to have to go up to the Stokes and have myself a beer, put on some music, and just sit and relax when I get done with this. I'm going to visit an old friend that has a business in the area first, and supposed to go back to my shop today, but I don't know, it's 12:42 already. Maybe by 5, 6 o'clock I'll make it back into town. We've got a peacock, and not very big fans of corn that's being thrown in. Either one of them aren't. It doesn't look like. Peafowl and peacocks. Mr. Baer is over here. Hey, Mr. Baer. What's going on, buddy? Well, I guess he does eat corn. I don't know. Corn's an awful small meal for an animal that size.
He wants my chicken.
Yeah. Kangaroos and parrots are this way. We've got some goats over here having a picnic since humans aren't allowed to right now. The goats have taken over. The goats have taken over the picnic area and the chickens and the roosters. They said pandemic ain't stopping them from picnicking. The pandemic has not stopped them from picnicking. There is the eagle statue that's been here for eons. It used to be up top of Grand Central Station in 1898, demolished in 1810. Iron eagles scattered across New York and New Jersey on private estate in the early 70s. He came to Rooster Space Farms in the early 70s. So a little New York history there. We got a buffalo statue over here. I do remember the last time I was here, I was with my wife and my sister-in-law and some of the kids, and I remember it being like a super, super hot day. We got some parrots over here. We got the parrot house. They got a little outdoor area to go in. Hey, hello there in there. Sing with us if you like to dance and sing. If you sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Row Row Boat, or Yankee Doodle Dangle, they'll dance and sing with you. So if you come back, remember those songs, I guess. The museum is closed. We're going to Hyena Trail, everyone. We got some big old yaks or cows or something over there, and this is the museum area. A little bit of Americana, kind of a roads, I guess not really a roadside attraction, but kind of is. Got some Lemieux monkeys over in these areas here. Do not drive on the grass. We can only go 5 miles per hour, by the way. I don't believe there's any animals in here. Maybe one time there were. Are those baboons barking, or is there a little dog barking at the baboons? Is my question. The baboons are quite upset with someone. Possibly trying to get some food out of these folks in their cars. I'm not sure if you're allowed to bring a dog in here. I was thinking of bringing my dog, but my dog doesn't. I got a new dog, and he doesn't do well on car rides, and we'll probably get a little agitated with all the different animals here. The baboons are not happy right now with someone. And there we are, Mr. Baboon and Mrs. Baboon, maybe. Not sure if they want corn. I don't think they eat corn. But they were sure stirred up with that car before. I don't know if they were teasing them. I would have to say, these guys need a bigger area to live in. I'm not saying anything bad about space farms. I'm not trying to start a debate, but they're in a very small area. I mean, they deserve to have a bigger area to live their lives at, I'd say. We got the buffalo over here to the left. Like I said, this is kind of a step back in time. I'm not endorsing the situation because some of these animal cages are from whenever. I don't know when. We have skunks in here, deodorized skunks now. Another rare creature you'd never see wild. I just figured I'd blog it for the heck of it today. We got some red-tailed hawks. I believe these red-tailed hawks are in here because they are injured and cannot fly. So they're being taken care of. So that's what I was led to believe and told anyhow. They're not the great white buffalo, but they're buffalo. The buffalo are here. This is we got some ponies over here, some horses anyhow.